If you're a lefty or you just want something a little bit different to the right-wing propaganda that pollutes the planet, you might like to check out Capitalism, A Love Story. It's the latest documentary from Michael Moore, and it goes a long way to explaining the difference between capitalism and democracy. And guess what? The two don't get along. But Michael Moore and Sal Morgan did. Here's her interview with the controversial Oscar winner.
Stock markets crash.
Bankruptcies.
Foreclosures.
A global meltdown.
By spending just a few $1 million to buy Congress, Wall Street was given billions.
The motion is adopted.
You know who Michael Moore is, don't you, Betty? The film director, he's filming me right now.
How did this collapse happen?
I got home on a Friday. Everything was just fine. I called back after my plane landed in Indiana, and all of a sudden we've got this crisis on our hands.
Capitalism seems to be an issue that's been of interest to you for some time now. Would you say that this movie is a culmination of all your work that you've done so far?
Yes, I would say that my 20 years of filmmaking has probably led to this film, because the issues I'm raising in this film, I've really been thinking about during all the other films, but instead of dancing around what the problem is, in this film I just go right to the heart of it. Our problem is an economic system. It's unfair, it's unjust, it's not democratic, it's called capitalism, and it's got to go.
There's got to be some kind of a rebellion between the people that have nothing and the people that's got it all.
Everything was being handled by the Treasury Secretary from Goldman Sachs. They had Congress right where they wanted them. This was almost like an intelligence operation.
This is straight up capitalism. Boom.
Where's our money?
I don't know.
The biggest challenge of making this movie is that, unlike my other films that have maybe an easily identifiable villain, whether it's a corporation or a chairman or the head of the National Rifle Association or whatever, this film is about an economic theory. Not exactly the kind of thing you want to go to the movies on a Friday night to watch. So I'm having to really, I had to, in the 16 months it took me to make this film, really kind of wrap my hands around this and figure out how to make it as a movie, how to make it as an entertaining movie, and that was probably, that was the most difficult thing.
Derivative.
Credit default swaps.
I can't make any sense out of this. I might as well quit.
That's exactly how I felt when I started hearing these new terms. So I went down to the New York Stock Exchange to get some answers.
Sir, can you explain derivatives to me? Anybody explain derivatives, credit default swaps? Can somebody explain to me what these are? Sir, can you tell me what a credit default swap is? Can you explain a derivative to me?
What did you learn that really surprised you?
I couldn't believe that airline pilots in America make as little as $16,000 a year. You could actually make more working at McDonald's than flying an airplane. That is shocking. But that's what they've done. That's what they've done to workers in this country. They'll go after anybody and they'll try to make you work for as little money as possible.
And what do you hope that audiences will experience when they come and see this?
Well, my main hope when people see this movie is that they'll have a great time, because that's why I go to the movies. I want to have a good time for a couple hours. I want to escape a little bit. I want to be challenged. I want to laugh. I want to cry. You know, all those things. That's the main thing I hope for.
Capitalism offers people the freedom to choose where they work.
There isn't anything in here. I'm not going to be a gentleman's club hired dancer.
We're here to get the money back for the American people. I got more bags. 10 billion probably won't fit in here.